All right, up next we have with Proclamation, Ness, the Mayor of Duluth. So please welcome to the stage, Mayor Ness.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. Today is a day in which we remember and we seek to understand. At the core of this day, we celebrate Martin Luther King, a great man, a great leader in our nation's history. We remember what he stood for and what he accomplished, and that he was stolen from us, still in his prime, still with so much to give. His principles, his values, his deliberate and thoughtful efforts to create real and lasting change, these are not simply archives in our history as much as they are lessons and advice for addressing the challenges of today. No matter if this is your first King celebration or your 25th, we all have something to learn. We all have something to reflect upon. We honor and renew Dr. King's legacy when we think about the challenges and issues that our nation is facing today, and then we apply Dr. King's values to those challenges. The power and importance of this day is that we draw new meaning, new lessons from his vast legacy. On this day, above all others, we reflect upon his timeless values and we project them upon the joys, sorrows, challenges, and opportunities of the world that we live in today. That was very evident as we gathered here 2 years ago in eager anticipation of the inauguration of President Barack Obama. It was King's dream that we remembered. Today, King's legacy is as important and vital as ever as our nation comes to terms with a tragic shooting in Tucson. We reflect upon King's commitment to nonviolent resolution of even our most fundamental injustices. We also remember that the power of the man was from the ideas and the words that he chose to use, the moral clarity, the power, and the grace. It was his grace that allowed him to stand apart. The grace given by his faith, his belief that better days were possible, and for his love of humankind. I think you'll all agree with me that in our nation today, we could use a little more grace. How can we not think of Dr. King's message as we face the ugly rhetoric which promotes hate and anger, that hints at violence as the acceptable response to political disagreement? Dr. King showed us a better way, and today we renew our commitment to the principles he lived by. How can we not think of Dr. King when the President rises before a nation at a time of grief, of confusion, of hurt? And by the words he chose, and speaking with a voice of clarity and purpose, helps our people to heal, to find peace, to find resolve that we can and must do better as a nation. It is Dr. King's legacy that has shaped our path, but more importantly, provides a path and a direction to address our most challenging problems today and a better, more peaceful tomorrow. It is in that spirit that I have a proclamation to read. Whereas the City of Duluth recognizes that the message of Dr. Martin Luther King preaching nonviolence and peace on earth is well worthy of repetition. And whereas Dr. King's dream of equality and justice for all, regardless of background, is well worthy of emulation. And whereas each year we gather here to publicly state our commitment to realizing this dream in all of our actions and efforts. And whereas we take heart in the theme of the event, which is a day on, not a day off, in commemoration of our desire and purpose. And whereas we fully endorse the goal of this year's national organizers to devote the 25th anniversary of the federal holiday honoring Dr. King to encourage everyone to take part in a service project to learn what is best about ourselves and our community. Now therefore I, Ness, Mayor of the City of Duluth, do officially proclaim January 17th, 2011 as Dr. Martin Luther King Day in the city of Duluth. Thank you all so much for being here.